Hey guys, we'll get started in just a minute. AR, why don't you try talking, and we'll see if they can hear you.
Okay. I'm suddenly feeling weird, but
Yeah, I like
throat's
just to,
feeling weird.
yeah, I've been like coughing for the last 10 minutes.
I don't know. I've just been weirdly thirsty. It's not a
Yeah,
great sign.
yeah, I filled up a cup of water just right before. That's what I wandered off doing when I muted the mic and said I was leaving.
I hope I'm not coming down with something because I'm supposed to be working the election tomorrow.
Ugh.
We're all dry and desiccated.
Yeah. To be fair, at least it was a calm week, mostly.
Yeah, I was looking at the rundown and like, oh, this isn't so bad actually.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
Well, there's stuff that I could have posted, but there's also stuff where it's like, it's not time sensitive, and
We
there's
need
no.
a break after last week.
Yeah, it was sort of like, oh, they posted a bunch of production photos of the Dine action figure. That's not
Oh,
time
yeah.
sensitive. If someone didn't pre-order it at this point, photos aren't going to convince them. I'll wait until there's not figures, or there's not. There's actually some product news that I could see taking 10 seconds, or it could be 10 minutes. And we all know the one from the photo. But yeah. So yeah. Let's see here. Okay, you guys ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the With the Will podcast. We're here to entertain and inform about while talking about Digimon. I'm Mark, a run with the Will, and produce Digimon on Blu-ray.
I'm AR Pulver, and all we want to do is eat your brains.
I am Dev, and
That's actually a good little zombie noise.
It's solid. It's a solid 7 out of 10.
How has everybody's week been?
I am so tired and overheated.
Oh, I'm roughly Dev, it's so hot out here. Last night I know someone who was gonna go buy ice cream from the store, and they ended up just going home with drinks. They said it was going to be too hot to actually get the ice cream home properly.
It wouldn't have made it.
Yeah, it wasn't worth
Oh,
the effort to
God.
grab the ice cream because it might not have made it back.
It's like the episode of Hey Arnold where they send him to the store for a bag of ice and he comes back with water.
It's like that one dungeon in Breath of the Wild where you have to get the ice cube to the
Oh
platform.
god, we have to carry it and it just oh god.
I hated that one.
Yeah. So it's a hot, busy. The news was nice and not quite calm, but nice. And we actually have time to talk about Ghost Game, which is odd because it was one of the more straightforward episodes.
Just about.
Yeah.
I found some things in it that I found kind of neat.
So I found the episode decent and interesting. I felt like there was an odd pacing to it. Like there were solid moments, but like the pacing kept feeling.
The transitions were just very jarring.
It made it so it had a lot of moments I liked, but it made the episode just decent for me because something didn't click quite right, and I'm not sure what.
It had all of the characters were coming at this from a little bit of a different perspective, and they were all in different places, and bouncing back between them was a little jarring, but yes. I liked that they were all different characters in this.
Yes, and there really were some interesting things, especially towards the end.
Yeah.
But we might as well start with the beginning where, truck dumping trash. Not the first time. They clarified what was happening very quickly, I will say, which was neat. We get the goop spreading along and zombies, and then Gamamon.
We decided in the stream that I watched, we decided that dude was Shaggy. In the truck.
Yeah. Then
rest in pieces, Shaggy.
Then we get
I guess
Gamamon in a field. They're all going to visit Kyoshiro because he demanded donuts, and this is where like they need to decide what Ruli's personality actually is.
Well, she's been proactive like that.
No, I don't mean the proactive. I mean like the weird sort of like almost bordering on the Jellymon type of lazy and pamper me.
I mean, when you have a giant flying rabbit, why not use it?
No, absolutely, but like they're waiting for this, like she doesn't want to wait, but also she doesn't want to walk, so carry me.
Yeah, just leave Hero there. It's good.
Yeah.
Fine.
And
I
then
like that she leaves and then sticks Hero with the donuts.
Yoli's uncle showed up for
Yep,
Truck
Yoli's
Ride.
uncle showed up.
And we get
We
and he
all made that joke.
I that joke's a bit too easy to make.
It's still good though.
And oh,
It's like, oh my god, Hero's riding with Yoli's uncle.
and oh, vanishing pets, which is actually one of the better transitions where we then get the zombies wandering around and they come upon boars, infecting. Ruli arrives at the inn, and people are chasing
Like,
after
oh, that is
chickens.
some Princess Mononoke bullshit.
Berserk chickens that someone with a green tunic hit with a sword and or a pot.
Yeah, my stream was also making the Kuko's joke.
Yeah. And then Kiyoshiro's very much dead. And the donuts. I will say the best character, like random character moment, is Gamamon going like, "Are donuts Kiyoshiro's champions?" Because they sort of like ignore him saying that, and it's just something he says. So to have it actually like not necessarily mean anything, but like be used was a neat little touch.
It also shows that Gamamon does understand that is champion is not the word for chocolate. It's what just he associates with being best food ever.
Yes, which means every meme and joke someone made is false. Gamamon does not like your jokes. You failed him.
Gives him bad vibes.
Yeah. Kiyoshiro's depressed.
Just like with Gilmon and the peanut butter.
I love how Kiyoshiro is a clever and smart person, and he complains the donuts aren't fresh that were brought to him via trip.
Hero had to hitchhike to get there.
Yes.
Take what you get.
And then he's upset about the school trip because, of course, he's an anime fan and he wants it to be, the pillow fights late at night.
Pillow fights and yeah.
And then, where is Jellymon? Jellymon has left because she's making plans to build a resort.
Mm-hmm.
Which is very much a Jellymon thing to do. And I don't know.
Get out of my hair, take this tablet.
And I love how it's not just her wandering around. They needed some sort of visual with her. So she's sitting there with the tablet, like making notes and shit. Like
actually scouting locations.
Yeah. And she starts to yell at the zombies, which I don't know why I liked. It's just funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's very on brand for her.
And then zombies. Some of the zombie shots were actually relatively decent, to be honest.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yes.
Zombie material here.
Although
I love that Ruli's the only one like genre savvy here. Like she's like the only one of the three that has apparently seen a zombie movie.
Yes, and she very much. Is this where she kicked the zombie, or is that later?
That was a little later, but that was it was a fantastic moment.
Yes. Oh no, that was a great moment. The episode really liked to clarify that all the people being infected are not actually dead. It's goop that's infecting them. And hey, look, it's Simbare. And they always make sure they're showing that they're only actually beating up on the actual zombies, not the people.
Which ties into the ending, sort of.
And then I just like Jellymon just didn't like any of this at all. Like,
yeah, she just snopes out of all this.
Yeah.
And the fact that Kiyoshiro being such a weeb that he is, has never seen a zombie movie. Like, really?
And I like the townspeople helping, although that's one of those moments that was jarring, where it felt like it just like switched scenes and all of a sudden you had townspeople tying them up and throwing them in.
Mm-hmm.
Oddly,
they hadn't seen a zombie movie
like
either.
with the Zasomon episode, but the actual transition was a little.
And the truck doesn't notice any of this. It's still dumping trash. Zombies show up. Oh, and they fall in the pile. Which that's like a great.
They're fucking dead.
That's a great horror movie
image. I think those two are dead.
I thought we saw them at the end. I thought we saw them near the end.
No, we didn't.
I think
it was someone else. Okay, I thought it was them.
We can add Shaggy to the list.
Okay, and Gamamon wants an explanation as to what zombies are, and the explanation was from Simbare. Ruli watches a lot of zombie movies, so she knows it. Oh, and that's exactly where in my note it says Ruli kicks a zombie.
Yeah.
And then we get Bettel. We get more chicken eating.
I just like
Raremon.
how just like bones explode out everywhere.
Yes. And nice to see a return. Is this the first 2020 Digimon that's like made a return? Oh
I
no,
don't
Podemon.
know.
Podemon.
Yeah.
Podemon.
Yep.
Yeah, we've
Okay,
had a
made a
couple of those.
relevant return, shall we say? We've seen
Fair.
some, but like, have any of them had?
I thought we've had others, but I don't feel like thinking about. I don't want to think about past Ghost Game episodes, and I definitely don't want to think about past reboot episodes.
Oh, at this point, I'm reasonably sure reboot's better. Ghost Game still has a chance to improve, though. Reboot's done.
Yeah.
And then Kiyashiro not noticing any of it. And he only even turns around because he finally hears something hitting, and then he screams. You have to wonder, like, with the number of layers in a building like that, I feel like zombies couldn't actually get in.
Well,
depends on the
it's
lockdown
not like
procedures they have.
Yeah,
that's
true.
They're out in the boonies. It's a convention.
And then
has the security team read Zombie Survival Guide? Like
True.
that's yeah.
And then we get the best moment of the episode. Hero turns on the digital space to save the townspeople, and Kiyashiro trips from it. I think that is the first time where one of them explicitly ended up in a worse position because of that. There's times when it hasn't helped at all.
It's just not going well for Kiyashiro.
No, and the better part is he even knows exactly what happened. He's looking at the stand and he knows exactly who did it and everything. And Jellymon shows up to help. And then we get Tesla, and they blow up a bridge.
Yay!
Which, that's a good zombie movie thing.
Also a good zombie trope, yeah.
And then Raremon...
And then she just electrocutes people for good measure.
To be fair, she does that in any situation.
I mean,
that's not a zombie-specific thing.
She'll do that if somebody looks at her wrong.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure she's done it a few times for no reason other than just to do it.
Yeah.
And
mostly to Kiyashiro.
And then, can we just bless Kiyashiro that when he realizes it's a Digimon, he's like upset that it's a Digimon again?
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, God damn, Digimon always causing me problems.
No, but like that's the thing. Like this is after he's running away from the zombies.
Yeah, how is having a regular Digimon worse than zombies?
Yeah, yeah. And then we get some nice clarification of what's going on with Raremon. He's heading after the not dead people. And then they realize he's upset, and they figure out, because of, on and off words, when he showed up in the digital world, he ended up being split into pieces by trash, because that's what it is. He's trying to find his body, and he doesn't realize he's actually past the point of fixing. He's the actual zombie. He's dead.
That's a proper kaiju explanation.
No, that really is a good explanation where even if he finds everything, there's no fixing him.
It. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, there is no fixing. It's his body just isn't aware it's died yet. It's just a fact. He is dead. All they can do to help him is destroy the remnants so he can live again. We get the Bokumon flashback. Betel Gamamon commenting that's for the sake of Raremon worked really well.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't write down the speech. I wrote down that Kiyashiro gave a rousing work together speech.
No, they didn't really. I don't think we heard the speech. I think they just.
Okay, maybe that's why I wrote it.
We have to work together for this.
He kind of narrated it, but I liked that. I liked that Hiro had a little bit of he was a little conflicted over like, oh man, we actually have to do it this time. Like, honestly, no joke, this is resolved better than when 02 did the same thing.
Yeah, then we get First Riders playing. They all evolve into Perfect. We get relevant uses of their abilities. Thetismon purifies the gas. Lamortmon slashy.
Yeah, it's like just go up and pummel the thing.
And
that's what he's good for in that form.
And basically keeping him busy so that Kenna Weissmon can go after the gas canister they kept showing us at random times in the episode.
Kiyashiro hasn't seen a zombie movie, but he's seen Jaws. Okay.
Yes. Well, this kind of goes back to what we've even seen production members say when it's popped up on Twitter is the thing the episode is marketed around, and sometimes even like the plot, is not necessarily what they thought it was going to be initially. So the actual plotting was maybe based on a different film to some degree.
Sure. Oh yeah, no, that's totally fair. Like
Like this,
in episode it works great. I just find it hilarious that
no, it's
Kiyashiro
especially since
Kiyoshiro's movie choices are really
yes,
interesting now.
especially since it does play at being a zombie movie decently well.
Yeah.
Kill it with fire.
And then it
Yeah.
burns.
I mean, we're not expecting them to reinvent anything zombie, but it's fine.
All the zombies turn back to normal. They keep giving a shot of Raremon burning, which is a good image, like for an end thing.
Just traumatize Hero a little bit.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And then we get Gamamon commenting that Raremon went on a journey, which that's a good line.
Ooh.
Like, oh, that's right in the feels.
That's a
Better
good,
than what Angoramon's gonna say.
Yeah. That's a good one. And then doing the study files for Raremon almost seems worthless because it wasn't that long ago that we got this for him already.
And also, the episode ended on such a ominous kind of like, ooh, like that was a rough one, and then suddenly, yay, happy time analyst.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this Digimon that nearly started a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, it's one of those where it really was a decent episode.
And
it's
literally killed people.
The pacing just gummed it up a bit too much for me.
It was the stuff they added was fine. I was okay with this one.
Yeah. Oh, I'm perfectly happy with the episode. I think it had some really solid moments, especially towards the end.
Yeah, I will take the solid moments over like story structure and pacing. Like if you can give me good characters doing good character stuff, I'll take it.
See, that's where I don't know, because I feel almost like Kiyoshiro's like the big weak link in this one. He had some funny moments. But
he was
also
weaker, but he was still
he was
still Kiyoshiro, and I was good with that.
And then the one important guest star, Raremon himself, was Yasunori Masutani. Long history with Digimon. We could probably go backwards to find his best role. Earlier in Ghost Game, he was Yatagaramon. In Frontier, he was Makurimon. And of course, the big one, Edamon.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Yeah. He's everyone's favorite Edamon going back to adventure. And last year in 2020, and he ends up playing him in most games and stuff also.
Did he do Edamon in Cross Wars too?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I think any time he's been Edamon, it's been where it's wink wink, it's the adventure one. Even when it isn't. I don't believe he was him in Cross Wars. Yeah. And then next week,
I keep forgetting Edamon was even in Cross Wars.
I vaguely recall him, but I don't recall him doing anything. And I'm sure he did. It's just one of those where he was
in one episode.
Yeah, it's where my brain goes, he's there. I just don't have any real memory of anything. And then next week we get the Diviner, and everyone that I've seen is very curious about one appearance in this based on the preview. Because we've gotten a lower evolution of the same character, so a lot of people are wondering if it's the same one, and we will see.
Oh, I thought about that for a second and decided that it doesn't matter.
It doesn't unless they really use it.
Care.
Yeah, so we get some episode previews.
Like, that's a bit of continuity I don't need.
So, 38's next week, then in 39, we get... I'm not going to say the description for 39. It feels like it should be fun and or serious at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I love the explanation of the visual. I'm looking forward to that. And episode 40, people are taking that name too literally.
Oh yeah, No, don't go there.
Yeah. In fact,
your heart's gonna be broken.
No, in fact, when Onke translated that, I went, "Could this be a pun on, Junji Ito's Uzumaki?" And she said, "Probably not, because that's not the exact version of that word used." But I would not sit there and expect Harrismon to be fighting the evil spirals.
Right.
And then episode 41, which very simple title, probably the one that gets the brain thinking the most about who it will be, because it's called Clown.
The most terrifying one of all.
Yeah. And
Thing is,
then
it doesn't narrow it down that much.
It's also like it's, oh my god, episode 41. They haven't done a clown one yet.
yeah, well, to be fair, there's one in the opening.
Yeah, but still, they haven't done a clown episode.
I mean, they haven't done plot either, AR.
No, but they've covered every other horror movie trope. So
No,
I really want to eat those donuts.
no, because
Kyoshiro had.
they only even hit zombies in 37. They have plenty left.
it's, you don't think about how many horror tropes there are until you go episode by episode and realize they've hit a new one just about every time.
Like,
I'm waiting for the marsupial werewolves.
No, like, you know what they haven't done? They haven't done the one where they show up somewhere and someone helps them and stuff goes wrong, and at the end someone goes, "What do you mean? No one's been there for years."
I thought they see. I'm trying to like, haven't they? Haven't?
I don't think they have.
I don't think they have.
Yeah, there's plenty of good horror ones they haven't done, but we may get a break on horror because we get Espimon. First off, can I just say I love the animation design? It looks great.
Oh yeah.
Also, does the casting feel like a joke? Like,
yeah.
Like, so here's the thing: Yumiko Kobayashi, great actress. It feels like casting another Koshiro is a joke. Because Hiro's voiced by Mutsumi Tamura, who's Koshiro in Try, and this is Koshiro from 2020.
Come on, Umi Tension.
Koshiro party.
Well, here's the thing: have we heard his mom yet?
Oh God.
They've mentioned his mom. I don't.
They've mentioned it.
I think we've seen her blurred out. I don't think we've heard her though.
We've heard her over the phone when Hiro was asking about the ring.
But I think that was just noise, wasn't it? Did we actually get a voice?
Voice.
That and I think in the episode with Arachnimon.
Yeah, well, no, yeah,
I don't think we got a voice.
I think he was just talking into the phone.
Yeah.
I don't think we had anything on the other end.
I love the description of Espimon. It's weird. Like, when Espimon first showed up, I remember people going, "This guy's going to be some sort of evil genius villain." And you look at the description.
I just assumed silliness.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. We're like, jetpack, bear, hamster thing.
It could be silliness. You can be both.
Oh, you absolutely can. But if it is evil, they're not giving away even a hint.
No.
I would assume, like, if there's any evil, it's incompetently evil.
That would be neat. But yeah, so I like the design. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
I'm not sure I'm ready for more incompetent evil. One, because we haven't had a recurring villain, and two, we just got done with the Mienumon arc and Abmon, so not really a fan of incompetent evil.
But yeah,
now.
So we will see what happens with this little guy.
Not everyone can be Team Rocket.
I will say this. This is the type of character that you need like a nice little figure of.
Well, yeah.
You don't need to do much work in the molding.
Here's one where we need an Otadama.
Oh, that almost seems too easy, don't you think? Like, you almost.
That's
what
why
if
we need
they
one.
made the head out of like a jelly?
Yeah. So we also got a new PV, which was basically just, hey, first riders, everyone evolves to perfect. Am I wrong, or is this like the third or fourth PV we've gotten for that song?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and still going on with Ghost Game for a bit, the soccer stuff happened.
Yay.
The visuals were neat. There's also been some clips put up. The products are oddly like a nice selection of not quite the lowest rent, and also making it slightly easier to buy in the sense of, oh, you don't have to buy random packed badges. You get a set of those characters with a keychain.
Somehow we've seen these images before, and somehow it's the first time I noticed that Ingoromon was wearing goalkeeper gloves. Like, I don't know how I missed that last time.
I think we talked about that.
We might have.
To be fair, it's been a while since we've seen these. I think we all got distracted by Jellymon's pose not really making sense.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, the art's really good with this. I like the poses here.
So the only one I don't like is Kiyoshiro for one key reason. It
I
feels
mean,
it feels like that could just be a normal art shot of him, and they just threw the jersey on him.
I mean, he's looking like the bad guy in an episode of Inazuma 11 is what he's doing. he's cosplaying. He's not playing soccer.
Yeah, and unfortunately, no jersey for Gamamon. I suppose they probably spent the effort in getting the suit clean quickly after the museum. I still think they should have had the jersey for him, though.
Yeah.
That would have been adorable, but also the mascot outfits for the actual team are kind of creepy looking.
Yeah, so I think they won like 3-0, I think. And then Vital Bracelet stuff. Digimon Classroom previewed the new DIM cards that were out and also showed off the BE and the 25th anniversary of it. Am I wrong, or does the texture of these look much nicer than in the promotional photos? Like they look almost like,
You can see the texture better. It looks
yes,
less rendered.
yes. It much nicer look to it. I'm very amused by them using the sprites, and I'm especially amused at everyone who's upset that using the sprites and didn't see it coming. This is like the very first thing I thought they were going to do when they said they were going to do this. And everyone has been enjoying that Blacktailmon Uber on the other dim card now that it's out. So, do you think we end up... So, SBmon's now showing up in the anime in relevant form. Do you think Ryutamon will show up in relevant form, or do you think it was just they needed another one to include?
Considering the art style of it, I feel like it'll be somewhat relevant.
Appearance
like
maybe. Relevance, I don't think so.
Okay, so you think it's just going to be like one-off and they just decided that's the one to go with?
Yeah, it might just be a one-off.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me, but it'd be neat to see Ryutamon actually get to do something in, like, big media. And then Mon Memo went over the 25th anniversary one also. What's weird about this, the texture looks different in that photo. Like, it's more of like a harder texture. And mostly they went over the Digimon that one. They also clarified what they said before, because I think that confused people where they're talking about how, as you play through the adventure mode, Pulsemon stuff releases one by one. It doesn't just unlock Pulsemon at a certain point. You're earning his potential evolutions as you're going through it. Which I still love that little Pulsemon sprite, to be honest. And then cards. So first up, little tournament event, Super Tamer Battle is next month in Japan. I like the playmats. I really wish they would not do the labeled thing. It just looks cheap. The champion and the top 8 both get fancy playmats, and the only difference is if it says champion or top 8. It's yeah, the Dark Dramon box that you can buy looks nice, and I don't think we've seen all these cards. I think we've seen 3 or 4 of them though. I'm not sure. Because some of these are out in the US already, I'm pretty sure.
I don't recognize the Holy Dramon.
Greymon and Vmon, I'm sure we've seen. Bancho Stingmon, I'm pretty sure we've seen. I feel like I've seen the Rasenmon.
If we haven't seen the Holy Dramon like that, we've seen that in the background of a different card.
Maybe. And
the other ones are very derpy.
Yeah. And Dark Dramon's hard to tell because 99% of the time he has this pose or some version of it.
That's just what Dark Dramon looks
like. I'm sitting there looking and going, we either have seen this Dark Dramon card before or we've seen this exact thing 10 times. And then
they just kind of like rotate it a little bit once in a while.
Yeah, and then we get the first color event that they're calling Madanhi, which is Magic Bullet. Purple only, right when the Beelzebub Advanced Starter Deck comes out. They've clarified a few rules because it's like they already saw people trying to find loopholes.
Well, yeah.
Digitama cards also have to be purple, and you can. and you can use mixed color cards as long as one color is purple. And
I suppose you could subvert that by using a one color Digitama and using a mix purple that color.
Well, so here's the thing. The Digitama makes sense because that's not a Digimon, so someone would probably argue that. The second
Yeah.
one, I know why they put that there because I could see someone trying to make the argument. It's a mixed blue and red card.
Red
That's
and blue
purple.
makes purple.
Yeah, like that. Like that's exactly like.
Somebody would try that.
No, absolutely. Somebody would try that.
I was going through my cards over the weekend. There was one card I couldn't figure it was red and blue or red and purple.
They really need to put symbols on those cards.
They really do.
Like
it was the Flame Dramon card. Took me forever to figure out it was red and purple.
Yeah, like my ability to see colors is great, and that's part of my job. Most people do not see colors as crisp as I do, and some people have issues with it. You need to give them a way to act like they want to play the game.
Yeah.
You literally just like put crest marks up in the top right where the number is. Like, it's very easy to just put a crest symbol or something that's already part of the franchise, and all you have to do is tell people this symbol means this color. It's very easy. There's no trouble for anyone to do that. It just lets more people play and have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Fun Digica. I liked the way they did this match, actually. I didn't watch the whole thing, but the theme was neat. They had to use cards that they unboxed in the last episode for Dragon's Roar. So that's a neat little touch.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
And Card Battle started a tournament event because Super Tamer battles next month, like we mentioned. And people like Iwai need to be there because he's going to be the MC. I think they said the Fun Digica duo were going to be in the tournament. So everyone else is doing a tournament to see who's the on-the-floor reporter at the event.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah. I will say I find it amusing that after the first thing was like a tournament miniseries, they found a way to do the show weekly. And even people who 100% do not speak Japanese are actually enjoying it, even when they do actual non-gag stuff. And they also keep changing up the interface for the card stuff to try to make it more interesting. Like, yeah, so that's a neat little touch. And then, see, this next thing, this is one thing where it actually showed up last week, and I was busy doing stuff and busy doing news, and I went, this can wait. Because this is going to take a while to actually get all the images, write everything, build the article. The 25th anniversary goods at Premium Bandai. It is shocking how long these articles can take when there's a bunch of products.
Yeah, especially because you have to get all the links for people who want to order it.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I'm a fool, and I actually decide to do that stuff because in my head it goes, someone's actually going to, like, really going to want this shirt. And
I certainly do.
And that's how they're going to get the shirt, is because I go to the slight pain in the ass for myself to actually put this stuff here along with all the instructions. So we get a lot of the stuff showed up at the Digimon Museum. We get the Tyrannomon shirts, the Metal Greymon shirts. I will say the model is very energetic in these. So, we've gotten some of these before where the person's just standing there. The hoodie.
Very expressive.
I'm still torn on that fucking 25th anniversary key art. It 100% makes sense, but it feels lazy.
It is. It's just okay. It's the same exact clip art we've had for 10,000 years.
Then we get
not in any particularly interesting setup.
Then we get the wall scroll, which here's the thing. It's the same thing, but also if I were ordering anything from Premium Bandai right now, and I was just gonna throw $30 more at it to get a giant fucking wall scroll, just that might be a neat one to get, to be honest.
I'm
That
just kind of annoyed that there's so much negative space on the top and bottom. I would have
that
liked it to be a little more
that
even.
yeah, that's the weird part is you don't need the negative space there. It's you could just uncrop a bit and move a few of them up a little bit. You could easily do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then we get the dramatic acrylic dimension stands back. I don't know why I like these. I still do. I like how the attacks are customized for each one, and it makes sense.
Yeah, they'd be fun to have on a desk.
Yeah. Um, the price isn't terrible. That's about 13 or 14 right now. If this were something at Premium Bandai USA, I might actually think about getting one or two of these. But with the intermediary fees, it's just not worth it to me.
Yeah, I probably would have gotten the Metal Greymon one.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
yeah, and then for people who want those stands but need something slightly cleaner for a desk, we get the acrylic boards, which are the exact same
Also nice.
characters. Oh no, they're nice. The slightly more buttoned up version of the stands. Like I can't have a character stand, but it's a nice little photo that almost looks like it's a photo of my family.
Except it's
Yeah.
Numamon.
And then the best
This
acrylic
bird
board,
is my family.
the best acrylic board, the 25th anniversary art Kenji Watanabe did for the museum. That art's so good.
That's nice.
Like, if that showed up at Premium Bandai, I'm 100% ordering that.
Yeah.
Did I write down that price wrong? No, I did not. For some reason, I forgot that the boards were like larger and more expensive. I saw the price and went, I thought this was $17, not 35. And then, oh, it's been a while since we've gotten like the weird high-end accessories, isn't it? Like, what was the last one of these we've gotten?
The Omegamon watch or the fancy pen, that's like
Uh,
$300.
I think it's the pen because the watch we got like 2 or 3 of them. It's been a while since like the cufflinks, the
The
tie, the
neckties.
ties were nice.
The
Like
ties were
I will
nice.
stand by
I,
that those
s-
were actually
I
like
s-
clever.
still kind of wish I'd put out for the
Yeah.
ties.
So these are the equivalent of the ties, but they're leather goods for various items. Each one has what I like is even some Digimon fans have at first not recognized that as an egg. They've seen it as just like a weird like symbol or like
Oh,
branding.
really? Oh.
Yeah, I've a number of people commented they didn't realize that was an egg at first.
Either gonna hatch a Digimon or a Yoshi.
Yeah, so
Thank you.
leather on the outside, it has polyester lining. The sprites on the lining actually is really done well with like the grid pattern.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like so,
It's
uh,
subtle and classy.
yeah. So long wallet with pockets that can hold up to 12 cards. Not paying $200 for it. Someone's going to though. I have no fucking doubt they're gonna sell out of these. They all come with the nice little boxes also. Then the business card case, which I, business cards aren't my thing. I have a stack of them, but I could
Business cards are
They
a big deal
no
in
no they
Japan.
are, but in my
yeah.
but yeah it's 100% a big thing. But also I look at it and I go to get that case would be over $100,
Yeah. I
and
have business card holders
yeah
already.
I have a metal case that I think was $5 when I got my most recent business cards.
I got one free as a promo from
It
someone.
it may have been free even, but I in my head it was $5. But yeah. Um, the ID card case is actually amusing because these get used everywhere to
Yeah.
Yeah.
get into places.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense. Um, and then the key case, I don't know why I'm amused by this one. Not in a negative way, but like it feels like extra thought was put into it for some reason. Like it has the snap. There's a few extra pockets. The key holders are different sizes. I don't know why that one in particular amuses me. But yeah, so these are basically around not a few more weeks for most of them. If you were to get one of the premium things, what would you get?
Mm.
See, I don't think any of the
Um
like if there was an actual like wallet, that might make. I'm not sure any of these actually make sense for me at all.
yeah, I probably would do I don't know, I might be tempted by the ID card case. I don't think the size is good enough for me though. Probably still the business card case.
Size in the sense the strap or like the holder
card
itself?
holder's probably too small for me to really get use out of.
Ah. Okay, but yeah. So those won't be there much longer. I would like to see, because this isn't going to be the end of high-end stuff for the 25th anniversary. They're going to do something else that's, we just all see it, we go, that's expensive, that's stupid, and I kind of almost would consider it. Almost. And then we have details for Anna Birth, which they closed on July 29th so that they could fix everything up, and it is open now with the new branding, with Ghost Game stuff. In a few days, Frontier stuff will open up, and we already detailed those. I like that they aren't giving end dates immediately. Like, let stuff settle in with the new branding, and with that weird Gamamon art, and also the weird angry Angoramon art. I'm Angoramon. I have Shaman King teeth in this
Probably coming
image.
down from. He's probably coming down from Lamortmon and doesn't realize he de-evolved yet.
Yeah, and then
Someone didn't appreciate his puffery.
We have the most important products. So first, let's start with the Kazuna phone cases. These look much nicer than the really basic one they sold when it came out.
Yeah.
These are nice. They look like good silicone with reinforcement. They're only showing Tiny Yamato. They aren't commenting if there are more. They also aren't saying what the phone is, even though based on the visual, it's an iPhone 12 or 13.
Yeah.
One of those models, I don't know which. And they aren't commenting if they're doing any more.
I would at least hope they do like the Galaxies. At least the most common Android.
Well, that's the issue is do you do the new ones that came out this? Do you do the ones from last year?
Probably whatever the newest one is.
So, because they generally haven't done the newest one, even with the iPhone stuff when they've done these cases.
It's typically whatever's most prevalent.
Yeah, they generally go back like a year. See, this is the type of weird thing where if it were not something that needed an intermediary and it fit my phone, because I have the big one and I don't think these scale to that size, looking at it, if it scaled to it and it did not screw up the wireless charging, I would actually consider it based on the price. Because these actually look nice. If it fits my phone...
I mean, I'll probably get the equivalent of those, the flat ones on Redbubble when I get a new phone.
See, I don't like the flat ones. They always feel too kind of like they aren't doing anything.
Yeah.
And then
I've got the reinforced tough one from Redbubble, so it survived.
And then the important products. Good shots of the Otadamas, of the heroes who have not gotten Otadama. So first up, Gaomon. I love the extra effort for the snout and the ears.
Yeah. The little headband.
The ears have the little folds. The headband's great because that's one. Did we discuss the headband, or was it someone else? Something on someone else where we discussed like how would they?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think we talked about the headband.
We discussed something for someone like would they stretch it over or would they do it like vertically? I don't remember
from that angle. It's hard to tell what they did.
Would a horse wear pants?
No, it stops right where the head ends. It's sewed into the connector basically. But that looks great. Then we get Shoutmon, which Shoutmon also they got the nose right.
Yeah.
Gumdramon. I need to see Gumdramon where it doesn't look like his face has been quite as flattened.
He's getting smushed by Offmon up there, so it's hard to tell. Also, I want to see the back of Gumdramon.
Yes,
how do they do the tail?
Yeah, they did the tail.
Yes. And then Offmon looks great with the hat, the goggles.
That weird smirk, even though he's very shy and reserved.
I think the best thing is these are among the best 4 designed of the Otadamas.
They are.
And gonna be some of the more annoying ones to get because probably exclusive to Anna Birth and Digimon Partners. And that means a lot of people are gonna have to make some choices if they want these.
Yeah, because that's the thing is
Uh,
I would take all of these, honestly.
No, like if these showed up at Premium Bandai USA, I think all three of us would order them, almost no questions asked.
absolutely.
Oh
The
yeah.
problem is to get 4 Otodama, which these are going to be about $8 each, so $32. Dealing with intermediaries, that's 60, 70.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, like, the entire point
That's
of these are they're small, fun,
they're
little,
small
cheap
and cheap,
things.
yeah.
Yeah, but anytime I've seen like Otodamas available at conventions, they jack up the price to like $30 each.
Yes.
I think I've seen, well, not Digimon
Well,
ones. That's probably the,
Otodamas I've seen for 20.
yeah.
I'm trying to remember what I
The
got.
absolute cheapest I've ever seen is like 25.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay
Okay.
That was the
25 for them.
bottom.
If
I
Premium
might
Band,
pay 25 for one.
I was gonna say if Premium Bandai put up a set and it was $55 in their normal 10 shipping, I would think about it, but I'd probably get them.
That would be about what I'd go for.
Yeah.
If it was all four for that price, I'd be really tempted.
Because all 4 of these are all, because the other, like we said, they're all actually designed really well, these 4.
Yeah, and it's like I know I was like, oh, I'm really excited to have Offmon as a Otodama, but that Gumdramon is.
See, so
I do like Gumdramon.
Okay, so ignoring Gumdramon because we can't see most of him, I think the VIP for design on this one's probably Gaomon.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, am I wrong,
Absolutely
or is the cloth texture on him actually different than the others?
It's hard to
I'd
tell
have to
for
feel
the,
it.
It
the
may just
picture.
be the photo, but it looks like it's slightly like,
I would have to pet them.
yeah. But yeah, I think in that one, I think Gaomon's like the VIP for the design, to be honest. So we'll see what pops up there. And I feel like the 3 votes worked out well enough. And if, Anibert's going to keep doing stores, they're going to need more Ochidama and they're running out of choices. Like of the obvious ones. So,
Give me Dark Master Otodamas.
just do all 4 of those at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I already know the.
Otodama.
I was just sitting here going, Mugen Dramon would have the best Otodama ever.
Yeah.
I don't even 100% know what that looks like, but I need to see it.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. So then after that, we get poll. And anytime there's a poll, we start getting angry messages on Twitter. So before we say who won, we should probably clarify a couple things. One, no, this poll does not obligate Bandai to do anything. No, Bandai does not put up the poll to somehow like give them permission to do stuff. And no, whatever smaller VPET that isn't well known that you thought would win was not going to. Multiple people like tweeting at me like, Bandai stacked the deck. The digital monster only won because of the that's the entire reason for polls, is to have people vote on the things they like. That there's no other reason to have these polls outside of, hey, what do you like?
Shockingly,
I know.
the most popular things tend to win.
Yes. Number one was
Surprise.
the original digital monster, shocking apparently some people. Number 2 was the Vital Bracelet, which isn't shocking.
Mm-hmm.
The Pendulums.
It's new and it's really nice.
Pendulum's third, not shocking. Pendulum Action Progress, maybe a bit higher than I would have expected, but not shocking. The Accelerator feels like people tried to vote it up and it didn't work. The only shocking thing to me is, as far as I know from VPET people, the Digimon X is among the more popular ones. So that one's a bit weird to be low, but also we always suspect that these don't get all that many votes. And if people were voting for the Progress and the Accelerator,
yeah,
then the Mini, Pendulum Z Twin, and the Crosswords Mini, which my understanding is no one's shocked by that result at all.
No, it was a fucking horrible piece of shit.
Although I was always under the impression people liked the Twin, though.
Liking it doesn't mean favorite.
Yeah, exactly, because you can only vote for one. But yeah, that's the one where, like, as far as I know, VPET fans like the Twin, but it's never their favorite.
It might be everyone's second favorite, but that's not going to win a
Yeah.
poll.
Although, as far as I know, didn't people really like the mini a lot? Not the Cross Wars, the original one.
It was basically literally the digital monster, but
Oh,
slightly
okay.
smaller.
Okay.
It was like
for some
clone of
reason,
it.
for some reason, I thought they added something to it.
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, there was
Yeah.
probably like a sleep feature or something,
Okay.
but it was literally just the digital monster.
So yeah, so the
The
original,
tiny.
the Vital Bracelet, and the Pendulum take the top 3 slots. Those are exactly what you'd expect, to be honest. The only asterisk is one, original, no anniversary models, because those generally were purposely, pumped up to be nicer. And no anime related products. And they sit there going, no anime related products, huh? Does that mean there'll be a poll for those? Wink, wink. And I think they open up a new poll in like a day or two. So don't be shocked if next week, if we're like, hey, anime poll. And then we get from the Weekend Potpourri a few more of the Cereso images with the. One of them must be the mascot. The second one, I guess, is the mascot also.
I think, pretty sure they're both mascots.
Yeah,
for
that seems like they're both mascots. Some teams like to do the boy furry and the girl furry.
Okay. Then I still like the football is our engine and Gamamon standing there like looking like he doesn't belong because he has no outfit. Like that could be our friend wasn't there, so we have photoshopped him in. Because also the suit.
They could have just given him like a pink scarf.
No, exactly. That would have been neat. Because like he's standing there normally because that suit can't like move like the others can, so he's just sort of there.
Trying to figure out why some of them have different sponsors on their shirts. I wonder if some of them are. Oh, it's the team players, the team members. Some of them have the Yanmar, and some of them have Capcom.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't notice the Capcom shirt at first. Like,
Yeah.
and then
I wonder if some of them are training or warm-up
possibly.
shirts.
Yeah,
some of them do have. Some teams do have different sponsors for the warm-ups.
Yeah, they also started putting up some clips there. I still like the one photo where it's taken of the Gamamon suit, but like at a weird angle, so it almost looks like someone's holding up a toy. That one's like
that's Gamamon attacking.
That one's like tripping me out when I look at it because
like you have champion.
Yeah, and then like we said last week, museum photos from Kakudo. Actually, some really nice ones, to be honest. We get the nice, and he also mentioned some interesting things, like he mentioned the schedule that they had the suits coming out at. He mentioned that he liked that the framed art, they had Vmon and Wormmon in the same frame, which he thought was a nice little touch. We get the nice little photo showing Appmon stuff. Appmon stuff is included with the Digivice V and the Adventure 2020 Digivice. And I still think the Vmon costume's the best. Also, do you think they murdered Harrismon so they could reuse that statue?
I don't want to think about it.
Because that is the Digimon. That is the Digimon Rearise statue. Harrismon's just not on top of Greymon anymore. Did they throw? You guys know those big industrial shredders?
Oh, God.
Do you think they threw him in one of those?
I hope not.
Like, what do you do with a tiny statue like that if you're not using it? Like, it could be in storage, but they probably destroyed it.
Someone's using it as a paperweight?
Possibly. And then we also got some photos of the Anna Birth shop. Not wildly different. I liked that they seem to be a bit more open to having multiple themes there at a time now, rather than before when it would be one thing and maybe there'd be a corner. Because here, you have the Ghost Game stuff, you have all the other Digimon stuff they often have. Frontiers there. There's that what's that?
Random.
Miraculous Catbird, and yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's been limited base a few times. Plenty of Otadama all over the place. The Frontier one should be showing up there soon-ish.
It's a really cute. Those plushes of the Kwamis are actually kind of cute.
Which ones?
for the ladybug stuff.
Oh,
I know. I want
yeah.
them to.
That's one of those photos where I wasn't going to include it until I looked at the left side and noticed that it's the like the candy bucket from when Kazuna was coming out. They're still making and selling
Oh,
that
okay. I
thing.
see it.
Yeah. Because originally I was like, okay, there's nothing. Then it's like, wait, I recognize that bucket.
Yeah, I'm not even looking at the bug. I'm like, tiki. That's such a
Yeah.
good tiki. I want that one.
And they also
I
used.
keep getting distracted by the flattened Gomamon.
Yeah, I love that they do that for this. And then to promote it, they brought out the Gamamon plush, and I got multiple messages from people trying to figure out if a Gamamon plush was coming out, like a big, nice one. It's like, no, that's the promotional one. They just normally have an actor sitting there with it. They did put up that little hero face from the study file thing, though. And then for August 1st, Tenya Yabuno had put up art. And, oh no. The artist said something that disagrees with fans. Whatever shall websites do? You notice what it is, Dev?
They put his pal.
Yes. In fact, I think
I just
Wikimon
thought it was a
uses Paul.
nickname.
No, I think Wikimon actually has him listed as Paul. Like, that's his name, and it's Pal. I will say that meat looks very strange, even for Digimon meat. I'm trying to figure out even what that almost looks more like gum or candy on a stick.
It's
Tootsie
dreamers.
Pop.
Anything goes.
Yes.
I mean, it's knowing Paul. We're just trying to figure out where he's gonna put that.
And yeah, his art always has so much life in it. Like, it always looks good. And
Goals.
then for the episode, they put up the profile art after. And yeah, this really is disgusting looking profile art, isn't it? Like, that really represents that character well.
It's just
even though the tweet's supposed to be all sentimental, it's like, oh, he's going on a journey,
Yeah.
going to a farm upstate, and it's rah mom.
Yeah. Okay, time for questions. You guys who sent them in, we'll do.
It's like we put it down with a can of Lysol.
Those in the chat can throw those up also.
Killing him's a Lysol commercial.
Someone wants to know, is there a video game genre that you think Digimon wouldn't work well in?
Oh God.
I tried to think about this one earlier. I don't think there really is.
I've thought of two.
No.
What
No.
do you think I'm gonna
No,
say?
I know I'm saying no to the one. I can hear it. The wavelengths have reached me, AR. No.
No, you're not gonna guess what I'm gonna say. What do you think I'm gonna say?
No, you go first. You go. What's the first one?
The two video game genres I don't think Digimon will work well in. One is turn-based 4X strategy game. Not convinced they could do Civilization.
I think Cross Wars.
No, real time. I think you have a chance. Real time RTS. I think you might have something going. I think you can do Age of Empires. I don't think you can do Civ. That's why I have to specify turn-based.
See, I think you could. Like, the Dark Masters are trying to invade the digital world, and you have to long-term try to stop them and hold them back.
I think that's more RTS. I think you can only pull that off if it's RTS.
Okay, what was the second one?
Second one, Transportation Management Simulator.
No, you could fucking do that. Going from the real world to the digital world and running.
Do that.
Yeah, you could 100% do that. It could literally just be you're playing as Hawkmon in the computer room, and you have to manage sending Chosen and their Digimon to and from the digital world while also trying to hide and keep people from figuring out what's going on. So
Trailmon Sim.
Yeah.
That seems more involved than a regular. The Trailmon Sim. I think I would probably like a Trailmon Sim. I don't think that would go over. I don't think that'd be as good as people would expect.
See, I think you would just do that one train game that Japanese train fans love, and just make it Trailmon and have Bokumon walk by occasionally.
Just Trailmon Simulator.
Yes, and just literally have it be Trailmon. You have the train controller that people like.
That's why I had to specify Management Simulator and not just Train Simulator, because Train Simulators, yeah, you could totally do Trailmon Simulator. I'd buy that.
See, I'm trying to think what genre do I actually think it wouldn't do well in. And the problem is I can find almost a loophole for almost any genre to make it work.
See, I was also trying to avoid doing a sports one since I said Mega Man Soccer last week
Well,
for the which one you
that's
want to
easy.
see. The one I see, because I was also going to say one I don't think would work so well is tennis RPG.
No, you could do you could do like golf RPG, but you're playing as Sora, and she
I didn't
also
say
has to
golf.
battle Digimon. You said tennis.
I did say
like
tennis.
I said like one of the golf
I
RPGs. You're playing
forgot.
as Sora with tennis.
I did not factor Sora into this equation. So
Yes.
that's fair. Maybe.
See, like some of the obvious ones that someone might come up with, I think you could do easily. Like someone could say first-person shooter. There's
Oh no, you can do that easy. That's
Oh yeah, like there's so many
yeah.
Digimon that just evolve
on.
into
in
a
fact,
gun.
in fact,
Come on.
yeah, that's easy. In fact,
Yeah.
you could even do third-person action game. You could literally just say, "Here's Bayonetta, but it's Bellstarmon instead," and that's the exact same.
I racked my brain to come up with those too, because it's very versatile what you can do here.
There's enough characters alone that you can figure out something. In chat, Sora said Goat Simulator. I say no because you could literally just say, I'm playing as Numamon, and you're just running around a city causing chaos and bullshit.
Yeah.
I think that one you could do.
Which also crosses off Katamari Damacy.
Yes.
Like you can do that with Digimon easy.
In fact, I think Digimon did that in an episode where they was trying to collect stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think you're right.
Yeah. Any ideas, Dev?
I honestly couldn't think of anything because I've played a lot of different genres and I can actually think of ways to make it work for every single one.
No, that's the problem. AR actually came up with some good creative ones.
That's why this is such a good question. Like, I also want to almost throw out various random genres of video games and having us trying to... Theme Park Simulator was another one I was thinking about.
No, that one's easy because they're at a theme park.
That's why I switched it.
Where they have that.
No, okay, here's what it is. Are you ready?
To transportation.
Okay, here's what it is for a Theme Park Simulator. You're doing the simulation, but you're actually trying to degrade stuff to kill Takaru as Pico Devimon. Like
which to be fair is how half the people play Railroad Coaster Tycoon anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's the issue is there's actually like almost for any genre you could do something. I'm trying to like
this is such a good question.
Just throw out genres and let's see what we can come up with.
Oh my god.
Pressure washing simulator.
You have to clean from Sukamon throwing.
And the boss fight is Rareramon.
Yes.
Oh my god.
You play as Pixiemon with a cleaning hose and he's upset that he has to do it. Okay, next up, Sora want to know, have I played more Blue Reflection? I have not had the time, to be honest. Like
it's been a very news-heavy past few weeks.
That was literally like, I wasn't doing anything that day. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna spend a little bit of time to play it because I paid for it. I said I was going to. I haven't had really much time to deal with it past that. I don't know if I'll play more, not because I dislike it, but because there's so many JRPGs and it's a genre that I know well enough that I can go, this seems like a decent game. But also, I haven't done this game, which I know is one that I want and own and blah, blah, blah. So it's not, so I have no issue recommending it. I just haven't played it much, to be honest. Someone wants to know, how do we decide what to watch for movies and TVs when it's older and not in our normal roadhouse of stuff?
It's easy. I don't.
Same.
Don't watch stuff.
That or like my partner shows up and it's like, hey, we should watch a thing.
See, is this
my spouse made me watch Stranger Things last night because we were stalling for too long.
Is this a cheat answer for me where I could just say it's my job?
The one you get paid to do.
Man, I don't know what I'm gonna watch. What have I been told is on the schedule for this month, and they have sent me to watch. Oh, okay. But yeah, out of stuff chosen, Not that much. It's because especially a lot of the older stuff, I already know what I'm gonna like. Like I have I've just coming from the UK of new remasters of some stuff actually. The
Well,
Jackie.
also, like, a friend of my partner's has, like, a weekly movie night, so
Oh, that makes
it's
it
just like,
easy. Where
Oh, that makes it
yeah,
so easy.
you get to
yeah, like,
see
every
something.
week
Let
it's someone
let
else's pick, so.
yeah. So that's the answer for all of us: is let someone else decide.
Yeah.
Yeah, recently watched Some Like It Hot, which is very
Oh,
fun.
that's such a good
Like,
movie.
fun.
Ooh.
Is that the new remaster?
I believe so.
I have that sitting on a table in my living room, and I just have not watched it. I have that disc. I just haven't. Yeah, that's supposed to be a good remaster. The one that I have coming to me right now from the UK is the Jackie Chan City Hunter movie.
Hmm.
So looking forward to that. But yeah, it's sometimes it's just watching, and that is kind of like the weird flaw of having access to so much stuff to watch.
Yeah,
Is
for
that,
sure.
and I think we've said it before, that was like the one advantage of rental stores is if you went to a fucking rental store, you were leaving with something. If they
Yeah.
didn't have what you
Like,
wanted,
you had to
you would
commit.
you would find something. But yeah. Let's see. Mathematician wants to know how's Survive going for us.
Just finished chapter. I started chapter 5, so if I'm emotionally scarred by the end of the week, you'll know why.
And don't worry, we're not going to be talking about spoilers for Survive for a while yet.
No.
Yeah.
But everyone says chapter 5 is where everything goes bananas, so.
Survive is basically what people keep saying Ghost Game is like.
See, even the points I read, I wouldn't necessarily say horror. I'd say more thriller.
It's
And
more like
Yeah, a little
plot
and
bit.
that can be a thin line, to be fair.
It's
But
a little more psychological, just in the sense that we're really getting these kids are really in over their heads, and
yeah,
I love it.
my
Like
playing,
these kids are not handling this at all well, and it's great.
my playing has been literally just minutes. It was it grabbed a copy on sale on PC because I wanted to make sure I had it on PC because my brain went, as much as I like playing it on Steam or on Switch. If I have it on PC and I'm not working, I can have it in a little window and do it when I'm not doing work. So I decided to get it.
Yeah,
The
that's
problem is the actual good sale for it has been sold out since basically I don't even know if they ever had stock. Even Dev was like, you should post about this sale. I'm like, it's not worth the effort because it's not there. It will show it's there, and if you put it in your cart and go to checkout, it shows it's out of stock.
which is dumb.
Yeah.
yeah.
So there was a slightly less good sale. I decided to get that. I also wanted to see how it ran on PC because while I'm not doing a write up, I just wanted to see. It looks like the frame rate is uncapped, very nice and smooth from the few minutes. They fixed the video glitch,
That's good.
so you don't need to modify anything for the opening cutscene to not crash the game. But they did not fix that. However, it scales past 1080p is fucking broken. It's ugly as sin.
Thankfully, I'm playing it on the Switch, so I don't
Yeah.
have to worry about half of that.
Yeah. The funny part is the people who don't have it on Switch seem the most upset about the frame rate. And here's the thing, like my computer monitor does 144. It great for games like that, but also like if I'm holding it in my hand, I'm not worried about that for that game just because of what the game is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I watch anything on like the shittiest, like,
Well,
11-year-old monitor anyway.
I remember someone posting somewhere like, at least once I saw it go into the teens, and I just kind of went, man, that's fucking playing Ocarina of Time. Yeah. Let's see. So I want to know, have we seen Gundam Witch Mercury? I think the prologue's out, but not the actual. Okay, yeah, they did say prologue. I have not watched it yet. Just haven't had the time.
Me either.
It looks like it's going to be one of the better Gundams. It's weird. Gundam stuff, you tend to get a feeling for how it's going to be, and I think it will be good, but we'll see. I probably will wait until it's further out.
Like, I am vaguely interested, but at some point I might watch it.
The design work looks nice. At the moment, I'm in like weird hover mode with Gundam where I'm not really watching anything. I'm kind of waiting for the Reconquista movies to finish coming out. Because the show was good and the movies seem to be fixing issues with them. And then someone wanted to know, we buy many Digimon things. They were wondering if we had bought any of the nicer stuff, like the high-end stuff, because they were thinking of buying the ID lanyard.
Nope.
No.
Do any of us own any? Did May get any of that kind of stuff? I don't think so.
Not the. I don't know about any of the high-end stuff. I know they ordered some of the, like, really nicer models and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I work in a shop and I dress like a Hot Topic gremlin. I am not their audience.
Yeah, I don't think anyone we know has ordered any of that. The only thing we knew about for sure was apparently a few people in the Digimon community know pens. So we found out very quickly that like the pen was actually like a really nice high-end pen that pen people like. That was
Right.
the main
that
was the main thing that I remember is that like everyone was like, no, this is a great pen. This pen's the pen to have for special things. This is a good price for it. And, like they're all very specific about that. So yeah.
And even then, I don't always trust it because some of the pens that like really nice that pen people really like are a little too heavy for my taste. So.
I think I've had exactly one nice pen, and I rarely ever used it. I think I had bought like a Highlander DVD box set because Highlander used to have a store online or mail order and stuff, and it was like I ordered like a DVD set, and it was like a nice pen as a bonus, and it sat in a cup in a thing in my desk for years, and I don't even remember if I used it. I think I would use it to like cut open plastic on DVDs. Because like the dragon edge on the other side, because it was designed after the sword in the show. It had like a point, so I would use it to cut the plastic. But yeah, I think you're kind of on your own there, though. If like it looks nice, I have no idea if it's good. Yeah. Have any of us ever seen a show called House of Anubis?
Never even heard of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I've ever even heard of that. House. I will look it up though. Let's see. It is. Oh, this seems familiar. It's like a Nickelodeon horror show.
Ooh.
This reminds me of that pitch that never got pitched from Paul Dini and Kevin Smith about like a Batman school show.
Oh, it's live action.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not familiar with this. It looks like it aired for about Oh my god! I just saw the list of episodes. It said it lasted for like 2.5 years. It's like 200 episodes.
Oh,
Jesus.
Shows how much I pay attention to Nickelodeon shows.
Are these like 10 minutes long? How long are... 1 second. How long are these? Okay, no, it's full-length episodes. There's 190 and a 90-minute special / movie. Jesus. See, the response in the chat of filmed in Britain, I appreciate the information, but that doesn't explain it because stuff in Britain's often like 6 episodes a season.
Less episodes, yeah.
Yeah, because they actually have like standards and safety and shit.
Yeah, they have like contained runs, like 8 episodes.
Oh, okay, no, I think I get it. Because it was done by Nick for the UK, it was probably done like a soap opera.
Okay.
Because even British soap operas are like 5 times a week.
Yeah.
So it could be something like that.
We have a Nickelodeon animated EastEnders.
That's exactly live action.
Oh, it's live action.
Yes, it's live action. So it probably it probably is a dramatic kids EastEnders.
Nickelodeon EastEnders.
Oh no!
Okay.
It's thrown us on a pit. It's based on it's based on a show from Belgium. The Belgium show's 400 episodes. Okay, let's move on from that. That's funny.
EastEnders meets Rin.
I 100% believe. I 100% believe you, Sora, that it's good. I do not have time for 200 episodes right now.
I don't.
That's one of those things that's going to be in the back of my head for a while, though, to be honest. Because
I'm just trying to process EastEnders meets Tintin.
And so I want to know, what games do we keep going back to, or do we think any Digimon games are actually good in the long term?
Cave Story.
I will go back to. I mean, I will go back to Survive. I will play all of the routes. Probably not all at once. I'll beat it once and then.
I think we're
surviving. Let Remy play it for a bit because I know they want to.
I think as a game, Digimon Survive probably doesn't survive in the long term. It survives because of the story and characters. I don't think many people will be jumping back to Digimon Survive years from now for gameplay.
Right now,
it's because it's because story and characters, and that's maybe not fair to judge it on. But like, I'm not going to be playing Digimon Survive in 10 years. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you want to experience the story again.
Yeah.
Which I can honestly say the same thing about Cyber Sleuth.
Now, Dev said Cave Story, which is fair. I think that's a popular one for people to go back to. It feels like people are always going back to it.
I have pretty much it on every system that I own.
And so, sorry, you don't have to apologize. If it's something we haven't heard of, we probably want to hear about it at some point. I think all three of us are always happy to hear about stuff we haven't heard about.
Then it adds to my list of stuff I'm never going to get to.
Yes, that's the only issue is we're probably never going to watch the 200-episode kids horror soap opera. It sounds interesting, and I kind of wish I had the time, but I 100% do not. Yeah. As for games, going back to the long term, we're half a month away from the Cowabunga Collection, the most important video game release this year. Like, I'm buying that multiple times. That is, I want old Ninja Turtle games. I also want a Steam port of the Simpsons arcade game also.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, it's sort of like when they did what's the company, Arcade 1-Up?
Oh, don't remember.
When they did the Ninja Turtle one, and I'm like, ooh, I keep thinking about buying it. I don't actually have any interest in getting a reproduction Ninja Turtle arcade machine. I have interest in owning the game.
Yeah.
In owning it forever more, so that they're doing proper ports. I'm 100% grabbing those. I'm going to play them with friends. And at some point, I probably end up playing the one with Dev anyways. I don't think I played that with you. Did I, Dev? The most recent one?
No.
I've played it with multiple people. It's very good.
I just have zero time and I'm dead after work.
Yeah.
So.
I think we both are. AR has kid to take care of.
Yeah.
AR has to live. He doesn't have a choice. Last chance for questions in the chat. Yeah, there's lots of good long-term games. So, like, it sounds cliche. Always go back to Super Mario and Donkey Kong.
I was on my second Breath of the Wild playthrough.
Yeah, see, I never did a new playthrough. I just kept running around doing more and more.
I'm not doing a new playthrough. I straight up started over.
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, anytime I've wanted to go back to Breath of the Wild, I just jump back in and start running around.
I initially got it on the Wii U, and then I ended up having it on Switch. Actually, I got the Switch first because I wanted the special edition. It came with all the good shit, but I didn't have a Switch at the time.
Dev, there was a question for you about what version of Cave Story do you go back to?
I like the freeware version.
Is that the original one?
Yeah. Okay. I also think that has like the best translation. The Nicalis one is kind of a little awkward and clunky in a lot of its terminology and phrasing.
Are there any systems that that version exists for officially, or no? Or is it just always the updated one?
That one's the freeware one is the only on the PC.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all the
I
other ports
remember
are Nick Palace.
I remember playing it. It just wasn't my thing.
I'm a
Yeah.
slut for Metroidvania, so.
Yeah, I know. Anytime I bring up one, you like jump at me virtually. Like, when is this coming out? Is that a
I
coupon?
need this thing.
Yeah.
That's
Like, I
what
need
we
to
need to
run
figure
around
out.
and explore things and upgrade things and murder things.
That's the genre we need to figure out a Digimon game for is Metroidvania.
No, see, I think that one's too easy.
It is, but we need to put it on paper.
Okay.
Like it's definitely not on my list of stuff we couldn't work with. That's why we need to put it on paper for
Yeah.
posterity
Okay.
because
You
that
get
sounds awesome.
an Agumon wanders into a cave in the digital world and finds a whole old civilization. He has to wander around, and he gets gear to help him. He also gets, let's say, some sort of stone or other thing that temporarily lets him evolve or use moves from his evolutions, which allows
Right.
him to backtrack. So by getting the gear, you can also customize Agumon. You can have a little helmet.
Ooh, even better, make it Gamamon.
I would combine it with the cave where you get to select a couple of different characters and each of
Oh
them have
no!
abilities
Oh,
and
we
access
fucked up,
different parts
guys,
of the.
guys, guys. We fucked up. We just made Digimon World 4. I mean, a better Digimon
Well,
World
if
4,
we
but
have
still
load
Digimon World 4.
times that are less than several
Yeah.
minutes.
No, this is the good version. This is
Okay.
the good version.
I think we found enough to discuss for that. AR, what have you been up to? And
I haven't. Well, I've been selling a couple Digimon cards. Other than that, I'm running out of excuses not to get back into writing stuff. So I should probably do a my thoughts on Survive one of these days, probably this week. So I'll try to get to something on that
okay.
soon. But I'm on Twitter at First Agent ARP, and we'll do Abmon on Thursday again, presumably.
Dev, what Wikimon article would you like people to read?
Just I don't care anymore, so just go look at Domon.
Okay. And I can be found with the will as always. We will catch you guys next time. Thanks for showing up. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.